Thank you very much. I'm very pleased, and yeah, it looks like in some games we make it very difficult for ourselves, because I think after scoring the goal and controlling the game and just giving them one set play and not defending it well, and this is you can't make mistakes, because then yeah, of course the stadium, the crowd was back, but I think the reaction was great. Then we played forward, really increased the pressure. And I think we could have decided it much earlier. We had plenty of chances, and yeah, at the end. But of course, if you just have to lead by one goal, everything can happen. We have seen with the set play where the referee thought it was a handball. Fortunately, it was just a JP's tie. But yeah, very huge achievement for us, huge achievement for Crystal Palace, playing the quarter-final of a European competition. Yeah, from time to time. As I say, again, I think we controlled it. We scored the goal. We had a few chances, and again, it's not so easy. It was the first time they conceded 2 goals. They are really defending very well, and but if you have to lead, I think this is what we have to do better, to learn than to control the game better. We had this a few times and not giving them anything, but on the other side you can't always avoid a set play. It was again a long ball, and then they tried to cross and getting these corners, and we knew that they are really dangerous, but yeah, reaction was great, and then we came back, and that's important. So again, as I said, a huge achievement. Yeah, we're looking forward, and but it's now, yeah, to really make the best with these 3 weeks, because our next competitive game is against Fiorentina at Selhurst Park, and yeah, we will have a few days off here, and many of our players go to their national team, and then yeah, we will prepare. We will make a friendly to stay in the rhythm, and yeah, then it's good. I expect Eddie and Ketia back, so everybody will help us, because then it will be a very tight schedule until the end of the season, and hopefully our European journey continues.
Yeah, we're really pleased. Obviously, it was a different game to the Premier League, tough to break down, but the most important thing is getting to the next round, and we're glad to do that. Yeah, he's been top. He's been doing well in the Premier League as well. He's scoring a lot of goals, getting a lot of assists, and you know, he's so quick. So especially against these teams, you know, if you get that little bit of space in behind, because they're so compact, you know, it works wonders having him. So yeah, we're really happy to have him. Yeah, I think, like I said, these teams in the Europa League, Conference League that we've come up against in Europe, they're very compact. They sit in low blocks. So you know, when you get the space on transition, I think we need to try and utilise that. So yeah, just looking for the first time ball in behind to obviously use the space whilst we've got it, because if we don't, then they're going to drop back, and then we won't have a lot of space to play in. Yeah, I think a big part of it's game management, making sure you don't go a goal down, because when you do, it's very difficult, and they go even deeper than they already start. And just trying to sort of prevent their counter-attacks. You know, we did it quite a lot last year in the Premier League, and we got a lot of joy from it, sitting deep and hitting on the counter. And that's where a lot of our success came from. In this competition, it's been a lot more of us in possession, trying to break down the low blocks. So, yeah, it's been a different sort of tactical side of the game. But like, I don't know what the stats were for this one, but in the first leg, the gaffer said we conceded 2 shots, and one of them was about 35 yards out. So I think making sure we prevent them from, you know, getting chances. If we don't concede them, we've got a big chance of winning. Yeah, it's exciting. I think quarter-final of a European competition. It's a massive thing. A lot of us players haven't played Europe before. Crystal Palace haven't, so it's a great chance for us, the club, the fans, to, you know, go there. And Fiorentina are a big club. You know, I think pretty much everyone will know who they are. They're a big club in Italy, and it'll be a great challenge for us, and hopefully we can go there and get through to the next round.
Yeah, well, very disappointing. We only can wonder about what would have been if we didn't get the red card. I think it was a very borderline decision, and you know, the effort was huge. I think we couldn't do more, especially against a Premier League team, and we, you know, in the end we didn't get beaten in in a game of 90 minutes against them, and I think that's what we need to remember and to look forward into the future, what's next to come in the league. Yeah, we knew that they would struggle attacking a low block. I mean, like any other team in the world, it's very difficult to attack a low block. We also struggle when we play in the league against a team that drops back the whole game. There are no spaces to combine. It worked well, but in the end, it's a game of fine margins, and you know, they got the edge in different actions. I think the first goal is quite unfortunate, and then we got the red card. But okay, we gave our best, and that's all that matters. Yeah, it's quite difficult for you know, for Cypriot football to get this far in this kind of competitions. I think we made all of Cypriot football proud. We gave our best. The level is quite high here, you know. Opposite to what the people might think, that this is a minor league. Of course, it's not the Premier League or the Bundesliga or La Liga, but you know, there are great players here, very good teams, and we've shown tonight that we can compete against a Premier League team, and you know, and have like an open qualifier as we had.